statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, Niagara Falls is frozen. Saw some photographs of that this morning, and it's pretty cold here in Florida too. Driving in, temperature gauge for outside temps on my vehicle was 34 degrees. In some parts of Tampa, freezing and below. So, yeah.
Where's that global warming at?
Well, it's wintertime. It's climate change. It's not just global warming. Cold is colder, hot is hotter. See?
Yeah.
It's climate change, not global warming. It's both. I know you're not a believer.
I like the cold.
Well, have at it. The North has got its revenge. It's sent it south. They said, those people in Florida can't be enjoying nice weather. We won't have any of that. Here, try some of this. Niagara Falls. They said this is the first time in 150 years? I don't know if you were tracking any of that stuff, Stephen. I heard a report saying, maybe I got that wrong. I don't think so. 150 years is the first time it's been frozen like this. Did you hear anything about that?
I haven't, but I can look real quick.
Okay. I mean, it's a beautiful sight. They said that the number of tourists has increased at Niagara Falls. People want to go see this. That's how cold it is. They said that today will be probably the coldest day of the year. Up in Michigan, someplace, it was 34 below zero. Below zero. No wind chill. That's just straight up temperature. Holy cow.
Yeah, according to a CBS News site, the last time Niagara Falls completely froze was in 1848.
My land.
So I guess, it's probably partially frozen at times, but when it's actually completely frozen like this, it's been since 1848. Before iPhones.
Have you ever been to Niagara Falls?
I have. As a very young child, I was there with my grandparents.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it just being told to stay away from the edge.
Yeah. I've been there, and when I was going to Toronto, of course, you go through Canada that way, and you see Niagara Falls. It's on both sides of the border, obviously, and it's quite a sight. As popular as it is for honeymooners and whatever other kind of mooners are out there, it's quite a sight. It's really a remarkable feature of nature, but it's now frozen, and people are going out there to freeze to see the frozen ice. Okay, good luck. Going to cover some territory today. Going to talk about S&S, not S&M. S&M. No, this is not 50 Shades of Grey movie. S&S, stress and sleep, going to get at that. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is a very popular concept these days, or principle, and it's making its way into the literature via different avenues. I'm going to talk a little bit about mindfulness. I'm going to connect it to something that we all need to do a little bit more of, and that is keep your body moving, exercise. and a related story about walking. Well, there's some. It's an interesting take on walking. Then I want to get to. I will get to talking about. You hear me around here? There's a lot of conversation about biology, for obvious reasons, when it comes to health, wellness, and well-being. As I said yesterday, you don't bargain with biology. You don't bargain. It's going to do what it's going to do. Life forms appeared on the earth because of nitrogen in the atmosphere. You cannot have life without nitrogen. You're thinking oxygen. No, life can exist without oxygen. It can't exist without nitrogen. Why? Because nitrogen's implicated in DNA. Nevertheless, biology is clearly, you could see what a dominant force it is, but it's also psychology. Turns out that personality differences, personality generally, and then personality differences between men and women is connected to how people perceive, respond to, or otherwise deal or cope with illness. You're going to find this interesting, a difference between men and women and how they perceive and cope with illness. It's provocative. We'll get to that as well. One of the things, speaking of biology, if you're watching the show, you see me trying to reach and grasp for my bag so I can grab my glasses. Watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. Now I got to be careful what I do on the air because you're going to see me, if you're watching the show, you got to remember you're on camera. We have something that biology has given us that's been a blessing, and they're called stem cells. Now, there are many different types of tissue-specific adult stem cells. And there are some called hematopoietic stem cells, which they exist in a state or dormancy when they rarely divide, and they said, and have very low energy demands. A Dr. Michael Milsom said, our theory was that this state of dormancy protected hematopoietic stem cells from DNA damage and therefore protects them from premature aging. Now, here comes walking down the street, stress. We talk a lot about stress around here as well. When under conditions of stress, and Lord knows that modern life is just chock full of it, such as during chronic blood loss or infection, these stem cells are driven into a state of rapid cell division, mitosis, and to produce new blood cells and repair the damaged tissue. And Dr. Milsom said, it's like forcing you out of your bed in the middle of the night and then putting you into a sports car and asking you to drive as fast as you can around a race circuit while you're still half asleep, end quote. Very nice, Dr. Milsom. That's a great metaphor or analogy. The stem cells, he said, go from a state of rest to very high activity within a short space of time, requiring them to rapidly increase their metabolic rate, synthesize new DNA, and coordinate cell division. Then suddenly you're having to simultaneously execute these complicated functions dramatically, increases the likelihood that something will go wrong. Clearly, if you're half asleep driving a sports car around a track, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be a wreck. The experiment he conducted showed that this increased energy demands of the stem cells during stress resulted in elevated production of what they call reactive metabolites that do what? Damage your DNA. Yet another consequence of stress. But there's some good news. Sleep. Come back, I'll tell you about sleep. Again, that is a big theme around here. Get some rest. Get some sleep. Then we'll move to keep moving. Sleeping and moving, right? Then repeat. Hi, this is Dr. Michael Garko. Did you know that over 20 million people in the United States suffer from some form of joint pain? If you have joint or muscle pain, Flexin can help. Good joints are an essential part of everyday life, and the lack of healthy joints can prevent you from enjoying daily activities and rob you of a better quality of life. Flexin is specially formulated with CM8 to provide the pain relief and support your joints need. Flexin CM8 is designed to lubricate your joints and muscles while reducing inflammation and supporting stronger cartilage. Flexin isn't just another glucosamine supplement, it's much more. Its extraordinary formula is composed of powerful ingredients and a special blend of enzymes that make digestion and absorption fast and easy, with results in as little as 1 week. So if you want to enjoy everyday activities again and improve your quality of life, look no further than Flexin. For more information, call 1-800-NPAIN. That's 1-800-NPAIN, or visit your local fine health food store and pick up a bottle of Flexin today.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, it's sort of an interesting paradox that exists within humans, biologically speaking. On the one hand, we age, and the way I've talked about it on the show over the many years. At the same time, the body has this ability to create stem cells that will renew systems, organs, tissues, cells, tissues, and organ systems of the body. What I'm referring to are these stem cells called hematopoietic stem cells, HSCs. Where you find them is in bone, in the medulla of bone marrow. And these stem cells have this very unique and creative ability to give rise to all kinds of different mature blood cell types and tissues. That's good news. These are self-renewing cells. So at the same time we're aging, we're also creating new stem cells. If we didn't have those, we would even age at a faster rate, I presume. So there's always this reservoir of stem cells so that they can, renew new cells, create new cells that get damaged in one way or another. Turns out that when under stress, whether that's from an illness, an infection, or even psychological stress, for example, but stress prohibits or otherwise undermines this process, and then you end up with, because the stem cells will renew the DNA, right? They end up, you build up an accumulation or an inventory, a critical mass of DNA damage to the stem cells. The stem cells are affected by the stress, and so the damage to the DNA to the stem cells, they're doomed. Hence, you won't have a reservoir of these renewing cells. In this new study, they find that with proper sleep and rest, that will moderate the damage to the DNA of the stem cells. And so this is a very specific explanation of how stress accelerates aging. You hear me say that all the time. Now, here's a concrete, scientifically verified way by which that happens. So sleep, and then move, repeat. Sleep, move, repeat. Keep moving. We're going to talk about keep moving here in a second. My guest is Dominique Clark from Jarrow Formulas. I don't want to leave her hanging out there in the ether, especially if she's sitting outside someplace waiting. It's freezing out here in Tampa. I suspect you're indoors, right, Miss? Well, it's not Dominique Clark anymore. What is it, Outlander?
It's Ostrander. Good morning, Dr. Garko. It's Ostrander.
Oh, well, I decided I'm going to call you Outlander. Used to be formerly Clark, got married, it's Ostrander, and now I show no respect in calling her Outlander. Yeah, what do you make of that? Stress damaging the DNA of the stem cells that are responsible for renewing cells and tissues, but sleep will help. That's good news.
It is. And it's funny when you look at somebody that you know has gone through tremendous stress, like for example a loss, somebody passes away, a divorce, losing a job. There seems to be, at least to me, a recognizable difference on their face as far as looking older, and it's not an exhausted look. I mean, it could be, but it does look like an accelerated aging happens.
They look for the wear, right?
They do, absolutely. And I think that, it makes sense that studies would show that sleep would be completely restorative, or at least have an effect that would abate those kinds of consequences of chronic stress.
Yeah, I even have guests come on here and say, well, sleep is restorative, and then they move on.
Right.
Nobody ever explains how or in what ways. Now, here's a concrete explanation, or at least one hypothesis about why it is restorative, yes?
Yes, absolutely. And quite a profound one at that.
And I know people that take a great deal of pride in saying, well, hell, I only need 3 hours of sleep a night. Really? Really? And why are you such a biological freak? Why are you so biologically...
Right, why are you this anomaly? Yes, exactly.
Why are you so special?
Mm-hmm.
Really? You only need 3 hours of sleep. In other words, maybe that's true. I don't know. But I know people that say, I only need 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that many times.
I guess you do. Me? 6 is, I'll get by. 7 is better. 8 is great.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. It's interesting. You wonder if it's an adaptability type thing, to where the people that do say, oh, I can get by on 3 or 4 hours, that if their bodies have just adjusted, like our bodies are so apt at doing, to adjusting to different stressors that we're under, even lack of sleep, that somehow our bodies are able to still perform, though they don't know the difference, what it would be like to perform at a level where there's been optimum sleep behind them.
Yeah, you can run the crap out of your car with just a little bit of oil in it, and it'll go like nobody's business, at least for a while. You put the engine under a lot of stress. Go ahead and keep doing that and see what happens. Yeah. Got it. You have to moderate the stress. Moderate the stress. Good night's sleep helps with that in terms of restoring your body in this sense, that it will give the stem cells a chance to do their job and their DNA won't be damaged. And then you can renew.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the digestive care company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. Wherever and however you may be listening and watching Let's Talk Nutrition. And you can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com right now. And you can watch it on demand as well. Just go to the homepage at LTN, and it'll be right there. And if you want to listen to the show on demand, click on Show Schedule. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. It's not Clark and it's not Outlander. It's Ostrander. And despite my bad jokes with her last name. And you're a perfect guest. You're perfect for this next story. Oh, by the way, before we go there, in terms of stress, isn't it true that gamma aminobutyric acid will help keep people a little moderated and nice and even and level?
Absolutely.
You have some of that. You have some of that at Jarrow, don't you?
We do. We have a product called GABA Soothe.
GABA Soothe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And it does soothe. So that's one way to help moderate some of the effects of stress. Any other stress-related products?
We have our Stress Tame, and of course, when we were talking about sleep, we have our Sleep Optimizer as well. Which
is a nice product. Do you happen to know, maybe I'm putting you on the spot, what's in the ingredients in Sleep Optimizer? Do you happen to know? If you don't, that's okay.
Sure. Our sleep has, it has melatonin, it has, I think it has valerian.
Ashwagandha? Does it have ashwagandha in it?
No, it doesn't
L-theanine?
have ashwagandha.
Does it have L-theanine in it?
I believe so. I'll look that up.
Okay.
And I'll get back to you on that. I'll look that up while
No, I know. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I don't expect you to remember every ingredient of the 20 million products that you sell. I would be impressed if you did. Nevertheless, what I'm talking about with Dominique is that this new study shows that you want your body to keep regenerating and renewing. You need the stem cells to do that. Well, when under stress, either from infection, injury, or even psychological stress, I presume, the DNA of those stem cells gets damaged. Hence, the stem cells can't participate in the renewal of cells and tissues. Turns out that sleep, one of the rejuvenating renewal qualities of sleep, is that it gives the stem cells a chance to do better and reduces the likelihood of the DNA being damaged. I'm putting this into simple terms. So moderate the stress, get good sleep, and you will age a little better. How about that? I mean, this is all good. Okay, so that's Sleep Optimizer. Then you have Stress Tame, and then GABA Soothe. Those three products from Jarrow Formulas are very good from a supplement perspective to help you manage the effects of stress. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I did look up our sleep, and besides having the 100 milligrams of GABA and valerian, it has tryptophan and 0.3 milligrams of melatonin, as well as lemon balm and hops. So it's, as far as like a complete blend of everything.
Those are all good.
For calming, for sleep.
Yeah, very good. And Jarrow products are sold in all fine health food stores throughout the United States and those that are trying to be fine. So, as I said, you're the perfect guest for this next story because I know you always have a word or two about gender and health. Obviously, you do. The new study, Dominique, out of Washington State University shows that there's some nexus or some connection between among gender, personality, and how men and women do cope with perceived illness. What they found was gender and personality do matter in how people cope with physical and mental illness, for example. Turns out that men tend to be less affected by a single symptom illness compared to women. So men do better in that regard. Yay for the men. However, always the important conjunctive adverb. However, men don't do as well when there's more than one symptom illness present. Women do better. While men are less affected by a single symptom illness, women tend to do better when there's more than one symptom illness. Interesting. In other words, when it gets tougher, women do better. When it gets tougher, men become wimps. Oops. Your response? I know you're going to say, I'm not surprised. Is that what you're going to say?
Well, we talked about this on the air. It was a while ago. We talked about it in terms of relationships and heartbreak. And so it reminded me of what experts believe, that women have a resiliency to them more so than men when it comes to this. And so I would think that, I don't know. I think that there are differences. Maybe it just has to do with our ability to communicate about those things, to admit that we might have a weakness or something where a man maybe doesn't want to express those feelings.
Okay, all right. Well,
maintain strong.
That's on a psychological level. I'm always reminded that women give birth to children, and that this is not one of the more, how can I say, events that is not accompanied, that is accompanied with a lot of discomfort, otherwise pain. Women are able to do that and endure an enormous amount of pain. You have given birth, and it can be a pretty tough experience. So women seem to be more affected by illness than men unless more than one symptom is present. When there's more than one symptom, men wimp out. Women do better. I was struck by that, and there are gender differences. Not in a biological sense, in a psychological sense, in an emotional sense, that bear upon health, wellness, and well-being. I just think this is an interesting dimension of it all, don't you?
I do. Do you think that has something to do with, and I remember talking about this on the air with you, about women having the ability, and there's always that sort of, it's elusive when we say we can multitask, because technically we're only really doing one thing at a time. However, that women can multitask perhaps more efficiently, where men tend to be more one-directional.
I don't know.
And so maybe
I don't know.
They're one symptom, one.
I don't know.
One.
I don't know. History, some accounts of Caesar said that he was able to do all kinds of different things all at once. I don't know, but it turns out that there are two personality features that seem to favor women and their ability to do better with mental illness and the symptoms of mental illness. I'll tell you what those are. It's fascinating.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's Jarrow for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
When I do my show, I need to have a therapist in the studio to treat and care for the technical producers of the show. These are some sick individuals. Welcome to Let's Talk. Not you, Stephen. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. So those of you who listen closely, you heard me make an allusion to Dominique's comment that perhaps women are better at multitasking than men. Do you remember the person that I mentioned when you said that?
Caesar. You mentioned
Julius Caesar.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People, did you think I made that up? You thought that, didn't you? Say he's just making stuff up over there, that guy. He's just saying stuff.
I would hope not.
But I bet there was at least one listener who said, you know what? He wants people to think he's so smart, he just made that up. Okay. Just so, for the record, I don't do that. I went and I looked it up, and I found a site that, in fact, addressed this very issue on Caesar, multitasking with Caesar. And I'm going to quote from the site. From the classical world, at least, is Julius Caesar. Not only was he multi-talented, he was a soldier, a strategist, an author, an orator, a raconteur, politician. Then they have seducer of both sexes, a connoisseur of the arts, a dandy. And there's one thing I won't mention on the air that he was a fanatic at. But he was the finest multitasker of the age. A host of accounts describe his prodigious talent for doing several things at once. It is not just on one broad level that he had this ability. For example, writing 2 books on the theory of grammar, a narrative on the subject of travel, and a collection of witticisms whilst out on a campaign of war. I could go on and on. So I didn't make that up, Miss Ostrander.
I never doubted you.
Oh, you lie. You thought you must have got off the air and somebody around you said, you know what? That guy down there is making stuff up. You did, didn't you? Tell the truth.
Truthfully, I didn't. It didn't even occur to me.
Okay. So, in terms of women and their personality, in this study, agreeableness, which is experience high-quality relationships in their lives, okay, when that one personality type, high levels of agreeableness in women, that promotes these good relationships. And then there's a second type of personality feature. Women with low levels of conscientiousness have little need for achievement, order, or persistence. Turns out that a Dr. Rosenman said women with high agreeableness likely have better social networks and therefore more support for coping with mental illness. Women with low levels of conscientiousness are more apt to feel out of control on a daily basis, so they likely don't see any impact from a mental illness, he said, end quote. That's an interesting explanation of how women are able to cope with more than one symptom of mental illness than men. They have a better social network. There's the explanation. What are your thoughts?
Well, again, I think that makes perfect sense because women are more open and they will cultivate those relationships. Men maybe aren't discussing the things that are bothering them or feeling lousy. They're not bringing that up to each other.
It turns out that personality is connected to people's self-reports about their health satisfaction. This is really intriguing to me. The way people interpret momentary events in their life and thus perceive their life circumstances is critical for how they report their subjective well-being. So it's reported in this one paper that I'm referring to by a doctor. I can't even pronounce his first name. I won't even try. But, for example, certain life events like being ill, having a divorce, unemployment, potentially hurt less depending on the person's ability to appraise them in a more positive manner. And he goes on to say in the paper, likewise, people who lack certain personality traits are likely to be more prone to making negative attribution to life events, in turn experiencing a substantial drop in their well-being. Otherwise, their health. That's intriguing to me. In other words, the way we perceive both good events and especially bad events will ultimately spin around somehow in some way and begin to affect your health. If you tend to perceive them in a more positive way, you do better with your well-being. If you don't, you don't do so well with your well-being. I know that seems to make intuitive sense, but they're confirming it with the research And women do well at that.
Mhm.
Women do very well at that. And agreeableness is a critical personality feature for women to have to do better with more than one symptom of mental illness.
Is agreeableness interchangeable with acceptance?
I don't know. That may be a different construct. I don't know how they operationalize acceptance. Agreeableness, sort of intuitively, you know what that means. Less inclined to be confrontational, less inclined to be argumentative, being more agreeable, and trying to find common ground, keeping it nice and smooth and harmonious, being agreeable. I do better with people. We all do. Don't we do better with people who are agreeable than? Doesn't it get a little tedious when you're talking to somebody and they're always disagreeing?
Oh yeah.
You want to pick up a New York Times and hit them on the head?
Right. Yeah,
the Sunday edition. I mean, it's annoying. You can't get it. You can't move forward with anything. They're disagreeing at every bend and turn. I don't know. I do you know people like that?
I definitely do.
Yeah. Your husband isn't like that, is he?
No, thankfully.
I was going to say, too bad, because you just got married.
Right. That would be terrible. No, not at all. I mean, he definitely has his opinions about things, but I would never say he's argumentative or disagreeable by any means.
Yeah, I mean, I never have a problem with people disagreeing. Just don't be disagreeable in the way you express your disagreement. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Do you have any supplements for that? You have any supplements for being more agreeable?
We just launched a new agreeable supplement.
Oh, really? You'll sell those more than they sell donuts.
Right? Exactly.
When we come back, we're going to talk about why you need to keep it moving and how. And there's a new study out about walking. This is very interesting. We got some good news for a change. Walking. Sleep, walk, repeat. Sleep, walk, repeat. We'll come back. We'll talk more with Miss Ostrander.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And we're back, and yet through another week. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition if you just tuned in, and wherever and however you may be listening or watching. That's right. You can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. Also, please visit the Facebook page for Let's Talk Nutrition and like the page, and we'll like you back. Right? It's all good. Likeableness. You got to be likable, and you got to like. Goes a long way. And one of my more likable guests is Dominique Ostrander, formerly Clark. I have to say that for a while so till people get oriented that you'll recognize the voice, but she has a different name. Well, there's this institution, not mental, but marriage. Some think they're similar. You don't, though, apparently.
No, I don't.
All right, good thing. How are you, by the way? I didn't even ask you that.
I'm good. How are you?
All things considered, okay. All things considered. Just like everybody else, dealing with ups and ebbs, the ebb and flow of life, right?
Absolutely. Exactly. All things considered, very good.
All things considered. I think if you have your health, then you can cope and deal with whatever. But when your health is not on the right rails, boy, I'll tell you, everything else seems to be far more difficult.
That's for sure.
And that's why it's one of the reasons why we do this show. I mentioned, I don't know if you had heard me say this in my opening, my monologue. I don't know if you were listening on the phone. Mindfulness has become a very popular concept these days. The whole idea of being present, mindful, being in the moment. They even have mindfulness-based psychotherapies. Excuse me, my voice is bad. And there's some studies to show the benefit of being mindful into the moment. I can't read that, Stephen. Yeah, what's the topic? Oh, we have a caller, Stephen Largo. I'm going to get to him in a second. I was talking with, by the way, if you're new to the show, that Stephen Armstrong is my technical producer, and John is the technical producer for the streaming of the show. So being in the moment is very important. That's called mindfulness. It turns out that it has some relevance to exercise and physical activity. And I know that don't you have a degree in exercise physiology?
I do.
A master's degree. Good. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll come back to this in a second. As I always say, I don't like to leave callers hanging out there. Let's go to Largo, Florida. It's cold there today, too. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thanks for taking my call, Doc.
My pleasure.
Men and women are different. I believe it's by design. They're meant to complement each other. Now, I work out, I'm a swimmer. Now, in a pool, I prefer a woman lifeguard. And when I work out in the Gulf, I prefer a man lifeguard. Now, a woman I have asthma attacks from time to time. Now, a woman is right on that. Her ears perk up when I'm in the pool. And a man he gets a little bit bored, and he'll analyze and see if he needs to get in the water. But a woman's ready to go.
That's interesting.
Now,
But
golf,
on the golf, why? Because a man, what you think is stronger?
no, I don't think. I'm making an observation to the behavior.
I see.
They have confidence. They're challenged. They're ready to go. They want somebody to get in trouble so they can go out there and save them. A woman's confidence level is lower. She, even at the highest qualified level of lifeguard out there, she has a little bit of doubt in herself. Do I have the strength? Can I do that? Can I hold this board? Can I? You know, I know I'm good. I know I'm trained, but can I really do it? She has a little bit of doubt. So,
have you ever had an experience? Have you ever had an asthma attack when you've been in the water?
Oh, probably 6 or 7 times over these many years. Yeah.
What's that experience like? What's that feel like?
Well, I control it. I've never had to be fished out. It's an allergic asthma. It begins with a cough, and then I get to wheezing and the collapsing, and so I don't panic.
Mm-hmm.
I learn.
Do you think a person could drown from having an asthma if they panicked? Could they drown?
If they panic and burn off all the oxygen in their muscles, well, yeah, they'll be dead in a real quick hurry. But you got to conserve the oxygen in your muscles, and you got to control
your breathing,
the amount of airflow you can get to the best ability you
your
can.
breathing. So you feel more confident with a woman lifeguard at a pool, but more confident with a man lifeguard or keeper, if you will, when you're swimming in the Gulf. That's an interesting observation. I guess that's your experience. I don't know what studies there are to support any of that, but you know that's your perception and that's what you believe. So for you, that's valid. I get it. Yeah. That it's an interesting observation. I mean, you're really relating it to a need that you have that when you're swimming, that lifeguard needs to be vigilant in one way, and you're relating it to context. Context makes a difference for you. That's an interesting observation. Go ahead. I'm sorry?
Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Steve. Always nice to hear from you. And people have different experiences. They have different perceptions. I don't know what the research is to support Steve's opinion, but, that's his experience. Welcome back, Dominique. Do you consider yourself, do you practice mindfulness?
I do, especially when I'm working out.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is interesting. There's a new study out, and I want to give attribution to the writer. Her name is Gretchen Reynolds. She wrote the article. It's more of a commentary on mindfulness, and she talks about that. She said that she comments, Dominique, and I'd like to hear your take on this. That scientists have been puzzled as to why some people stick or are more inclined to stay with their exercise regimen and other people don't. Now, there have been all kinds of explanations for that, from genetic ones to personality to practicalities. Not enough time, work schedule, blah blah blah. Or even access to showers. Some people have given that excuse. Well, I don't have showers there, so I'm not going. But in multiple studies of exercise behavior, Ms. Reynolds reports that one of the most reliable indicators of whether people will continue to exercise is that if they find the exercise satisfying. They gain enjoyment from being active. But she said what that does not explain is what makes exercise satisfying. So it's not very helpful to know that on a practical level. And I agree with her on that. What do you think?
Wow.
So in other words, she's saying, look, studies show that people will continue their exercise regimen if they find it satisfying. But what we don't know is what makes it satisfying. What makes exercise satisfying? That's where she thinks there's some gap in the literature.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Well, it's interesting. Well, because people will do things, especially exercise, when they're seeing a payoff, right? So if they're exercising for weight loss, or exercising to increase muscle tone, or exercising to lower their cholesterol, or lower their blood pressure or lower their blood sugar, then those numbers are very objective and not subjective, and so they might feel better and do it for those reasons. But if it's just a psychological feeling about having to continue exercise based on how they feel, it might be a perception from what they see physically when they look in the mirror at the gym, for example. Wow, I seem to be looking thinner, more fit, I'm standing upright. It could be that subjective feeling of well-being, of feeling better, sleeping better.
Okay. Well, and I hear what you're saying, and I think that makes good sense. But there's something here about mindfulness and what might make things more satisfying. I'll come back, we'll explain.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality. And then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omegaxanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omegaxanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing. We had a caller wanted to know if we were in California, and we are. We're in Monterey. Beautiful place. So this show is syndicated across the U.S., does play at different times in different markets. Please check your local listings. Talking with Dominique Clark, and I think this is a very useful study or comment and study, both, about mindfulness. And I'm using the context of exercise because that's something that either people typically love it or they hate it. Now, there's a lot in between. I understand that. But why is it that some people stick with their exercise regimen and other people don't? This has puzzled some of the world's leading experts in exercise physiology and other cognate-related disciplines. And my guest is Dominique Ostrander from Jarrow Formula. She's an educator for them. Dominique, what's interesting here, that scientists have found a correlation between mindfulness and physical health. And you alluded to this, especially with weight management, in that people who are more mindful during their meals, in other words, they're in the moment and they're paying attention to what they eat, those people tend to be less likely to gain weight. All right? Going further now. Some research does focus on mindfulness during exercise. And I asked you, are you mindful when you said, especially when I exercise? There have been some studies to suggest that people who deliberately immerse themselves in the feeling of moving and in the particulars of the context in which they're exercising, while they're exercising, often want to exercise again. In other words, being in the moment, feeling the movement, being within the context. In other words, being mindful. In other words, the correlation between mindfulness and exercise compliance seems to exist when people are more mindful. I find that even for people who don't like to exercise. And I would extrapolate this to other arenas in terms of diet as well. You know, being more mindful about what you're eating. And if you're trying to lose weight, if you really get into the moment, pay attention to what you're eating right at that moment, you're going to do better at losing the weight. I know that this sort of sounds intuitive, but how many people do you think are walking around practicing mindfulness all day long? I don't know who those...
It was interesting that you brought this up because there was a study or an article that was published just 2 days ago in the Huffington Post on mindfulness as a mental health intervention for soldiers, not post-war, but before they're deployed.
Ooh.
Because what they're finding was that the demands of this critical period takes a huge psychological toll on the soldiers, and it leads to impairments in their cognitive functioning, so that the soldiers already going into combat are dealing with mental health challenges. And they're teaching them mindfulness so that they can deal with whatever combat issues they're facing and staying in the present moment.
It takes some practice to do this.
Absolutely, absolutely. But if you think that under that kind of duress, that mindfulness would have an effect, and a positive one at that, then obviously something even in exercise where, because most people, I can tell you from having done cardiac rehab for as long as I have, when is this going to be over? That's what you would, when am I done? When is this over? And so they were so focused on when it was going to be over and the length of time they still had left versus being in that moment. And when you think about, well, I have so many more minutes, to some that can be overwhelming.
And I'm thinking about a lot of life situations where it's appropriate to be, not only appropriate, but necessary to be mindful. Of course, eating would be one of those. Mindful eating, mindful living, you just do better, but it's a skill. I mean, you have to practice being mindful in the moment. In other words, focused on the moment. I've had people. Go ahead.
No TV during eating. That was one of the things that we would counsel families that were having that obesity seemed to be epidemic within a family, that there is a mindfulness, that you're not distracted watching TV, that you are paying attention to your eating, to what the taste, the smells, the chewing, everything. And watching TV is a huge distraction for people. And they know, study after study, that people eat a lot more calories when they're watching TV.
I had a guest on yesterday, Dr. Christopher Moore, and he's just spent like a week or so in Spain at a registered dietitian conference. And I asked him about what was it like. He was in Madrid, and what did he observe relative to the people and their relationship with food? And he said yesterday that what he noticed was that when people were eating, when they were out in restaurants, that they were very engaged with one another. In other words, and it wasn't just 1 hour. They spent a lot of time at the table eating, engaging one. In other words, they were in the moment. And he's made an interesting comment. He said one of his friends from Spain told him that good things always happen at the dinner table because people are engaged, whether that's the family, business, whatever. That moment, the eating at a table with other people, to be being mindful of that moment, really, he said, it was striking to him how that was. He said there was no distractions, no TV, no other kinds of things going on. They were in the moment. Interesting, huh? I've had some psychologist friends talk to me about some of their clients, and even talking about, like, with intimacy, with when the TV is on and things like that, and people complain about that. Imagine that.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the digestive care company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing. I often, people hear me report on the stories and studies each day, and I get people ask me, where can I get access to them? Please visit Let's Talk Nutrition Facebook page. On that page, what's supposed to be posted there are the stories and studies that I report on each day. Like today, a good night's sleep keeps your stem cells young. Jumpstart your exercise routine. Be mindful. Sickness and health between men and women that I talked about. And then the next story I'm going to get to with my guest is Dominique Ostrander. Walk hard, walk easy, repeat. So that's where, and what I post, what should be posted there is the title of the piece, like you see on your screen right now, Walk Hard, Walk Easy, Repeat, and then the site from where the news release or the actual study is. Because apparently a lot of viewers and listeners want to go and read more about these stories and studies. And I really appreciate your support on that and letting me know that you like them and that you want to read them. And while you're at the page, please like the page, and I'll like you back. Dominique, welcome back. In terms of the listener getting some dietary supplement support for their exercise regimen so they can keep their energy levels optimal, so that they can repair muscle tissue as it breaks down from exercise, so that they can be better oxygenated, hydrogenated, fumigated, whatever. What might you suggest from a supplement perspective to help them?
Well, from a supplement perspective, I suppose oxygenation. Obviously, CoQ10. I would also recommend a form of carnitine, not acetyl L-carnitine, but let's say like a GPLC, which I know that you are a huge fan of.
Every day. I use it every day before my workout, GPLC. Go ahead.
Right, exactly. And our GPLC supports arterial flow, or arterial blood flow. It actually will bolster blood flow to active tissue. It promotes heart health. It works very synergistically with CoQ10. It supports exercise, endurance, and physical performance. This particular form of propionyl L-carnitine is more efficient at getting L-carnitine into the Krebs cycle for energy production in the muscles, especially the heart. And again, it also acts to increase arterial blood flow, possibly by increasing nitric oxide production, which obviously the consequence of that is allowing blood vessels to relax and dilate.
Right. It's a vasodilator.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using that product now, I guess, 4 years, 5 years maybe, and I use it before every workout. I take 3 to 4 of the capsules, plus my own mix that I put together. That's a pre and intra workout sports drink that I've created that creates ATP, keeps me oxygenated, keeps my energy levels, otherwise keeps my energy levels up before, during, and even after my workout. So I'm a big fan of that, and your GPLC product is terrific. What else might the listener consider to energize their workouts and their physical exercise?
I would also look at ribose. I think ribose is great. It improves endurance and recovery, especially during intense exercise. But that being said, beginners also have a lot of muscle byproduct, and so ribose is excellent for that. We use a microbial fermentation. We also have 4 U.S. patents on our ribose. So it increases ATP production, and it has a very synergistic relationship actually with creatine.
Well, your ribose product, that is one of the powders, and that's why I'm always pestering you. I always ask you, do you have any samples that you can give me of ribose, because I run out of it all the time. I use the ribose. That's one of the powders that I mix with this concoction that I put together. I figured out over the years it works for me. So I use Jarrow's ribose product, 5 days a week as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, in case you were wondering why I always pester you, because, my accountant I'm getting ready to do my income taxes. When I give him my summary of what I spent on supplements, every year, he's done this for the last 10 years almost now, he looks at me and says, how can this be? The thousands of dollars I spend on supplements. Mm-hmm. So whenever I can get a sample, I'll take it. I mean, he said to me, you realize that what you spend on supplements, some people don't even pay an income tax.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Yeah. So you understand when I'm not begging for supplements. I'm just telling you that I'm...
Right. Yes. No, I'll be happy to give you some supplements.
See, I make the appeal on air. Now I got you on record.
Exactly. No pressure.
No pressure. So
it's okay. It's all good.
The ribose is good. The coenzyme Q10 is good for exercise. The GPLC is good for energizing your workouts and so on. Protein after. You got a new protein product to help rebuild your tissues. Tell the listener about that new protein product.
We do. We launched a organic grass-fed whey protein, and we launched it in a vanilla and a chocolate, and a unflavored and a natural. So for those people that like no flavor, that it becomes whatever you mix it with, we have that as well. So, and whey protein has obviously tremendous benefits as far as being able to synthesize muscle. It also has amino acids in it, which help with recovery. There's no added hormones, no artificial sweeteners or additives, and it tastes great. So it can be used post-workout. It can be used meal replacement. So, and you can get pretty creative with it.
Please tell me why there is this seemingly relentless attack on whey protein from some quarters. Can you explain that to me?
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're talking about it being free of RBST and how the cows were fed and et cetera, et cetera. I think that has a lot to do from environmentalists to people that are conscientious of how not only the environment, but how our animals are taken care of and fed, and consequently what their byproducts are and what comes out of them, just like they would have the same feelings about milk or any other dairy-related product.
Yeah, I was reading somebody the other day. They made a post, and this guy was babbling on about the supplement industry and whey protein, and I was thinking, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. He didn't know. I mean, was going on and on about it, and I said he has no clue what he's talking about, and people are out there just saying crazy stuff and launching this, attack on whey protein, and okay, have at it.
What was he saying?
That they're. When we come back, I'll tell you specifically what he was saying, and then we'll have the LTN health question of the day. Walk hard, walk easy, repeat. New study. Good exercise, walking.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 essential fatty acids for kids and grown-ups alike? Nordic Naturals, the #1 fish oil in the U.S., offers omega-3s for everyone. In fact, Nordic Naturals has one of the largest product portfolios in the world. Our best-selling Ultimate Omega is available in soft gels or liquid, both with a light, clean lemon flavor and no fishy aftertaste. This concentrated formula has been clinically shown to support heart health. For children, kids everywhere love Nordic Naturals Children's DHA, offered in great-tasting strawberry liquid or chewable soft gels. New Omega Boost is a creamy, delicious formulation of omega-3s. With its great mango taste and velvety smooth texture, Nordic Naturals Omega Boost is a great choice for the whole family. Nordic Naturals carefully manages every step of production of our omega-3 fish oils from boat to bottle, so you can count on Nordic Naturals to be exceptionally pure, fresh, and effective. Nordic Naturals for kids and grown-ups alike. Available at natural products retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the Friday edition of the LTN Health Question of the Day. Boom. Friday. That was the operative word. I was talking about this study that identified a gender difference between men and women and how they cope with the symptoms of mental illness. And the study had some provocative findings. Okay, here's the question. If you get the answer right, you win a $25 supplement gift card. Which gender does better when there's more than one symptom related to mental illness? Men or women? It's a simple question today. You can guess and have a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Do men do better or do women do better when there's more than one symptom associated with a mental illness? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Call that number. Correct answer. Supplement gift card, $25 in value. Dominique, welcome back. A new study, I know as an exercise physiologist, you'll find this interesting. In a nutshell, because we have a limited amount of time in this segment, they said that intense interval-style workouts, which are brief bouts of very hard exercise broken up by periods of recovery, have been shown to improve the health and fitness of people who exert themselves for only a few minutes a week, they said. Such efficiency, they said, is alluring and has helped this kind of conditioning attract widespread media attention in recent years. So I guess they decided to apply this to walking, and they published it in the Frontiers, a journal called Frontiers in Psychology. And they found that when people who applied this notion of interval-style training to their walking, walk hard for a few minutes and then walk easy. Walk hard, walk easy. That, like you would walk faster, in other words, that those people seem to have better benefit, more benefit from the walking. Walk hard, walk easy. Walk hard, walk easy. Rather than walking at one pace. What do you make of that?
Oh, absolutely. Interval training has been known for years and years to boost cardiovascular output, as well as lowering body fat. You have much more increased oxygen uptake for periods of people that practice interval training regularly. It does require a little bit of an aerobic base before starting interval training, but not for long, though. As long as you have complete recovery of the intervals, that's the catch. So that when you say walk hard for those periods of time,
it's by the way, walk hard for 3 minutes. Walk fast for 3 minutes. Walk at a moderate pace or a little slower for 3 minutes. That's what they did. Go ahead.
Exactly. And so as long as there's recovery of your heart rate to where you feel somewhat exerted, but we use the rate of perceived exertion scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like you're sitting on your couch and 10 is full-on exertion, so that in those 3 minutes of recovery you want to feel like you're about a 3. And then in your exerting times, those 3 minutes where you're exerting, you really want to feel like you're about an 8.
Okay, so in this study, they had a group of people, older volunteers, who walked at a continuous, moderate pace, equivalent to about a 4 on an exertion scale. After 5 months, the fitness and health of these people, this moderate group, older moderate group, barely improved. The interval walkers that walked fast for 3 minutes, slow for 3 minutes, or slower, significantly improved their aerobic fitness, their leg strength, and their blood pressure readings. Wow. That's astonishing in that you see walking at a continuous pace. And by the way, how is it? I'm at the gym. I've seen you there too. These people on a treadmill that have a book in front of them and are on the treadmill. How do you do that? Not you, but how do they do that?
I don't know.
I've seen you on it.
Really,
huh?
Yeah. It just, I guess, if they're not really exerting, I've seen people with a newspaper on the leg extension machine, so I don't quite get that either.
Reserve the reading for later. If you can read War and Peace while you're running on a treadmill, then you're not running at a level that you need to be running at to get some improvement. But the takeaway for the listener is that walking at a fast pace, with a little bit of creating some sort of exertion for 3 minutes, and then walking at a slower exertion rate for 3 minutes, seem to have better results. Even with walking, you don't even have to be running. So all good. And then thinking of all the supplements that we talked about to help support your energy levels that Dominique mentioned. I'll get him to mention those in a second. Let's go to Jarrow in Tampa, Florida. Jarrow, welcome to the show. Here's the question. Which gender does better when there are multiple symptoms of mental illness? Do men do better with that, or do women do better with that?
Women do better than everyone.
Yeah, women do better than men. But when there's only one symptom, men do better than women. But when there's more than one symptom, women do better.
Right, that's right.
Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Thank you, and I enjoyed your talk today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you talked about walking, I find it a wonderful thing to do. I feel it's like a moving meditation, I call it.
Oh, that's clever.
Especially in Tampa Bay, I mean, you can't go wrong by walking outside, getting some vitamin D and taking in the sights.
Yeah,
it does more than just being in the gym. Sometimes for the last month, I just stopped the rut of going to the gym, and I've been enjoying outside.
Good.
The nature.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Walking in, what did you call it?
I call it a moving meditation.
Moving meditation. I'll have to remember that.
Mind and body thing for me.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jarrow. Thank you so much for listening, and congratulations on winning the supplement gift card.
Thank you, and congratulations to Dominique.
Oh,
thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Very good. Thank you, Jarrow. Mention those supplements from Jarrow that will help support and energize exercise.
Well, we talked about,
Quick,
as far as
quick.
exercise goes, ribose, CoQ10, GPLC,
And your protein.
and our protein.
Yeah, and take Jarrow products. Why? Because your health is your wealth.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further.